The Whisperers' War, the story moves forward.
Rick continues to lead the communities until the moment of his departure.
Rick Grimes' sacrifice.
While leading a massive herd of walkers away from a bridge the communities were building, a gravely injured Rick is forced to blow up the bridge to save everyone. He is presumed dead by the survivors. This leaves them in a state of another great emotional trauma, where they mourn over Rick's demise. A new leader. Rick is actually rescued by a mysterious helicopter and taken away by Jadis Ann, the former scavenger leader, to an unknown location. 6 years later, Rick's young daughter, Judith Grimes, is now a capable child survivor. Michonne acts as Alexandria's head of security, grappling with a past trauma, represented by an ex-scar she and Daryl share. The introduction of the Whisperers, the communities, Alexandria, the Hilltop, led by Jesus, then Tara, and the Kingdom, led by Ezekiel and Carol, are now isolated and distrustful of each other due to an undisclosed past event. The mysterious new threat first appears when a group of survivors is attacked by what appear to be whispering walkers. They are soon discovered to be the Whisperers, a feral cult led by the ruthless Alpha and her enormous, imposing second-in-command Beta. The Whisperers are survivors who have rejected all civilized society. They wear the flayed and preserved skins of walkers, allowing them to move undetected among the herds and even control large groups of the dead. The conflict escalates. Lydia and Henry. The communities capture Lydia Alpha's abused teenage daughter. Henry, Carol and Ezekiel's adopted son, forms a bond with her, seeing her as proof that not everyone in the new world is lost. This leads to Henry defying his parents and the community to follow Lydia when she is returned to Alpha. The massacre at the fair. To retrieve Henry and establish their territory, Alpha infiltrates a trade fair where the communities are trying to reconcile. In a shocking act of brutality, Alpha marks the border of her land by kidnapping and executing several key members of the communities, including Tara, Enid, and Henry, and placing their severed, reanimated heads on pikes for the survivors to find. The Cold War. The pikes establish the boundary of the Whisperers' vast territory. The horrified communities agree not to cross the line, resulting in a tense Cold War period marked by psychological warfare, minor skirmishes, and attempts to goad the other side into crossing the border. The Whisperers' War. The conflict inevitably boils over, becoming a desperate existential war. Negan's turn. The imprisoned Negan escapes Alexandria and seeks out the Whisperers, seemingly wanting to join their natural way of life. Alpha, intrigued by his boldness, lets him into the group. This is a ruse, however. Negan is secretly working for Carol, who is consumed by revenge for Henry's death. Alpha's end. In a dramatic climax, Negan lures Alpha away from her group and brutally murders her, delivering her severed head to Carol as a twisted gesture of loyalty and a move to end the war. Beta's revenge. The giant Beta takes over leadership of the Whisperers, fueled by grief for Alpha. He straps on a double mask and leads their single greatest weapon, a biblically massive horde of walkers, toward the remaining civilized communities. The final battle. The survivors, now led by Michonne, Daryl, Carol, and Maggie, who eventually returns, are forced to rally every available fighter and use the cunning they learned over a decade of survival. They manage to lure the colossal herd away from Alexandria and into a deadly canyon trap. The war concludes with the definitive defeat of the Whisperers and the death of Beta, securing a massive area of safety for the survivors. The cost, however, is immense. The kingdom falls, the hilltop is burned, and the communities are left weary, but free to rebuild once more. The final moments of the Whisperer arc signal a new hopeful beginning, which quickly leads them to their encounter with the final major civilization in the world, the Commonwealth. To be continued. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the final episode of this particular story. Kindly like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more amazing stories just like this one. And don't forget to share your thoughts and recommendations in the comments section. Storytime with an Angel.